You know what it is. You know who it is. It is Deuce to Scoop. It's Big Dog Chico. It's your favorite auntie's favorite uncle, Uncle Neely, coming to you from Boulder, where it's colder. Another media day press conference. This time it's the defensive line coaches, Peko, Helow, and Sapp. Sounds like a law firm. It's the morning run. Oh, 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 oh.
As we always say, it's morning somewhere. 7 a.m. Hawaii time, all the way to 1 p.m. Eastern time, though. Got Dukes to Scoop in Atlanta, Uncle Neely in Boulder where it's colder, and I'm out here getting busy in the middle of the ocean. Good morning to you. Thank you guys for joining us on this live broadcast of the morning run, where we have the defensive line coaches for the Colorado Buffaloes that will be addressing the media today. So we're going to bring that to you guys live right here on the show and give our analysis and everything else on what's going on with Colorado Buffaloes, Coach Prime, and everything else in the sports and culture world. Good morning. What's up, Unc? What's crackling? What's going on? Talk to me.
And it is crackling. It is a beautiful Tuesday. Not a cloud in the sky. I bet you it ain't 82 degrees, probably 78 to 82, somewhere in there. Over here in the shade, it's almost hurt near nippy. I can't believe I'm saying that in August, because y'all know where we from. Woo! The devil drinking lemonade in the shade. Let me give a shout out to Dukes, man, before we go to Dukes.
Okay.
Dukes' hat game is immaculate.
Yeah, that's a fact, man.
Dukes' hat game. Y'all, I don't know if the chat appreciates Dukes' hat game enough, man.
Man, thank you.
They need to. They need to. He going crazy with that 49er. That's the kind of retro Coach Prime edition right there too.
Yeah, a little retro action going on. We ain't tripping. I ain't gonna lie though, man. You know, I sometimes give a compliment, and then you're gonna get one back. Cause Uncle Neely really be bringing that funk when it comes to them hats. Now you got come on now. Like hey,
but game recognized game.
Nah, for sure.
Like I'm gonna tell you this. The chat can get mad. Your favorite uncle, cousin can get mad. Your ex-roommate, baby daddy can get mad. I got a shade game out this world now. My lens game is up there with your hat game. But your hat game, Dukes, my God.
I appreciate it, man.
Hey,
shout out to Chico Braid game, because Chico
I should have had
shout out Chico Braid game. You hear me?
I should have had my Goldsville Scully on today, because I'm going over to T Braids 808 Hawaii today after this show to get my hair rebraided, because we at that point right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, I haven't worn a hat in a while though. I need to start wearing hats again.
Hey, but it's a blessing, boy. You ain't got to.
Yeah, for the money you spend on getting your hair braided weekly, I wouldn't hide it either.
I'll tell you.
Get me right too. So appreciate y'all joining in.
Chico, you ain't got to touch it like that though.
That's how you got to touch it. Oh, you got to do like this.
Gold dust. We've been through this, man. We've been through this. You just don't have to do it like that. You just.
Is there a special way you want me to do it that'll make you feel comfortable? Let me know.
For you and your interest, just don't touch it at all, because you ain't got no filter. You don't know how not to go far. So, but you should just don't do it.
Habitual line.
That's what he is now.
My glass.
That's what he is. Hey, man, this is the morning run, and this is week 1 of us going 5 days a week, coming to you Monday through Friday. It is day 2 of week 2 of fall camp here in Colorado. Practice is still taking place down on the lower fields. Great team meeting and message this morning from Coach Prime. And later on this show, we have the 3 defensive line coaches coming on to talk live during the press conference. So you'll get that here. There they are on the screen. Oos, Sapp, Helow. Great guys, man. Great chemistry. We're going to have some B-roll footage from practice up later today. So y'all make sure y'all hang in and stay with us. If you're in the chat right now, y'all know the rules. Where you at? Stay where you at, where you watching from. And most importantly, hit that free, I did say free, like button.
Let me text my friends and tell them to get in the chat. Y'all should text y'all friends and share the link and let them know to get in the chat also. Put your city, state, country, wherever you're represented from. Put that in the chat also. I want to see your favorite Colorado Buff. Put that number or player name in the chat as well. Well, I guess we should got a few things we can cover. Some former buffs or
Let's cover
forever
it.
buffs. First of all, shout out to Travis Hunter. His jersey is available right now in the CU bookstore right over there. I think that might be right behind Uncle over there.
Yeah.
There. So got Travis jersey available. I think Shedeur is going to become available, and everybody, all the other buffs. How cool is that to have Travis jersey right there available for all of the CU fan base?
Hey man, it just makes sense, man. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. You gotta do what makes sense in this industry. Uh, these are popular guys, not just in Colorado, but nationally. Shedeur still has the highest selling jersey taking place right now. I think he went over 250 million. So in his pockets, that's about 14 or 15 million when they do the breakout between the player, the league, and the team. Uh, Pockets ain't hurting, that's for certain. I tell you, Chico, I don't know if you saw my Facebook post last night, man.
Oh, I think I
I
did.
tagged New Orleans Saints in and Shedeur, and I said, Saints,
Great post.
call the Cleveland Browns, which I tagged in it, and said, man, make them offers of Shedeur. Yeah.
And
You
you
got
said
a
make them.
first,
What'd you say? Make them a real offer, a
make them a
legit
real
offer.
offer. Yeah,
Yeah.
legit offer. Yeah, don't come in here playing around now, because yeah, like I understand, like we talked about in the show before. I understand why he's 4 on the depth chart. That's where he was drafted.
Right.
And there has not been enough camp or failures by the 2 guys drafted ahead of him to shift the order. I understand that. But when you start getting into preseason games or the start of the season and your QB room is lackluster because you had some injuries or some guys retire, whatever the case may be, here the Cleveland Browns got a guy, a generational talent listed at 4th, sitting there. Man, y'all crazy. I'm talking about all the other teams that need a quarterback. They picked up the phone and said, all right, Cleveland, we got it. What you want?
Exactly. Especially after seeing what they've seen in camp so far. They should be okay, man. This guy's performing like this, which is all over the news. We can see it, even if we don't want to see it. We see his numbers, and we see what we have right here in house that we drafted. We see
Dukes,
it's not trash.
I say this to you, Dukes, and interested in your feedback. And I hate to even try to make something logical because the Cleveland Browns have had 40 quarterbacks since 1999 when they came back in. No one has had that many starting quarterbacks in that amount of time. They've had 40. So they clearly need to do a better job in managing their quarterback situations over time. Having said that, I don't see logically how you can release a guy and get nothing for him, when you can trade for him and get something for him. So from a business standpoint, they're going to go into the regular season, right? Look the way it looks like now with 4 quarterbacks on their roster, 5th if you count Deshaun. Why not entertain a trade for him? There are teams out there who skipped over him wrongly, so like the Saints, I'm starting with them. The Steelers, but they got Rodgers for a year. Man, if I'm the Saints, I'm calling.
Yeah.
I'm calling Deuce. What Deuce? I know you don't want to talk about Deuce because the Saints your rival, but put that to the side for a second.
No, straight up. Like this the thing. There's some positivity in this whole mess, right? And so they always say you got to find a silver lining in the cloud. I'm looking at the story that's building up of why a team would continue to mishandle a player. And so I'm looking at it and I'm trying to dive in so I can say, all right, you got a top 2 quarterback at last year's draft that you are not giving 1 reps to, that if you would have gave him more capital, you would have given him those reps.
Yeah.
The only reason he's not getting the reps is because he doesn't have the capital on the other side of it. But that's fine. But the thing about the trade is going to be, we know what the preseason is for guys who may not make the team, and I'm not saying Shedeur won't, but I'm just saying in general. Preseason games are auditions or interviews for other teams.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So we may hear more of that trade talk after Shedeur does what he does. Because I have no doubt in my mind about what he's going to do when given opportunities when the bullets start flying. And that's when he's at his best, under pressure. He's not going to melt or he's not going to fold under a big moment because his whole life has been a big moment. Now, with that being said, once he does that, Cleveland ain't going to let him go. Like Cleveland's like one of them. Like Cleveland is like it's like one of them dudes who as long as she's right here, don't nobody want her. Then oh man, she be all right. Oh man, she ain't all that. But
they treat any type of way.
But they don't take nothing but a player like BiggDogg Chico to say he want. They don't take nothing but a big old player like Uncle Neely to say he want her. And then you feel me? Yeah. Then from that point is now, oh man, I gotta have her. We knew this all along. So you getting all the benefits. You getting the cooking and the cleaning. You getting the media clicks. You getting the jersey sales. But you're not treating it fairly. But guarantee you, because like in every and we could go back to my man Tyler Perry. You know how them Tyler Perry movies end when they don't do right? Chico twin. They don't do right. You get
there's always a light-skinned brother with Chico braids.
I'm telling you, but and I'm making light of the situation. But honest to goodness, I feel like Cleveland is only going to clean closer to Shedeur as he starts to perform more and more on that national level. So I think we stuck with it for a while, and I think it's only going to be a testament in Shedeur's testimony that he's taken a team that has not had luck with a quarterback in 30 years. And he'll be the first one.
Yeah, that's one thing I say, BiggDogg, is that if anybody on the face of this planet can right the wrongs of the Browns' mismanagement over decades in the QB room, it would be somebody with the last name Sanders. And so I would still be, all of my chips are in the center of the table. But until we get to that point and I have to call things on a day-to-day basis as they are on that particular day, come on, man. Yeah. Like you got it. At least a generational talent, at least every 25-year guy sitting there at 4 that you can't move up because of the way everything is stacked. That's where you draft him at. And to propel him from 4 to 2, then you got to let the other 2 go. Like somebody got to go if you're using logic, or because you made all these compounding bad decisions, you have to keep doubling down and just keep everybody.
Yeah.
Which does him no service into years to come. I remember this, man. My good friend, DPZ, as I call him, Dak Prescott, he went into Cowboys camp his rookie year. Hell, at one point he was 5th. By the time camp started, he was 4th. You had a guy step off a curb at the team hotel and break his foot. You had another guy get injured at camp. They go into the preseason game. He's 2 by default. And Tony Romo back get hurt. And they go into the season. He started.
That's crazy.
And you didn't hear Romo no more. And so crazy things happen. And then it was proven like, damn, he was that guy all the time. And we just had him at 4th. And we were going to do like the Green Bay Packers and let him go up over the years, play behind Romo, but injuries derailed that plan. Well, now, you got Watson in the room, who's not in the room. You got Flacco, the 1-year veteran, old man in there for this year. I mean, I don't know what they're doing. It's like they juggling with chainsaws that's turned on.
Damn. I'll say this right here. And Duke's made the point. I think it could be, several different ways it could go, because look like it's playing out that he's going to get a lot of playing time this Friday coming up in their first game.
Absolutely.
Dylan, Gabriel, and Kenny Pickett having hamstring issues. Of course, Flacco, being the veteran he is, not going to do too much in the preseason. Maybe a series here to start the game, and then you have a game for Shedeur. But you still need another arm there, just in case.
You got to be able to practice.
You have to practice also. So they brought in Huntley, who formerly played for the Browns, to give them that extra arm with the other guys injured. But this is a chance for Shedeur to showcase what he can do, and that can increase that trade value if they ultimately want to trade him, right? That can increase it. Or they can be like, you know what? Here's your chance. Do what you're going to do, and try to put him out there with the 3s and the 4s or whatever, and not be in the best situation. But Shedeur's going to go out there. Whoever he's playing with is still football. Is making the right reads. Is making the correct check down, nice, accurate throws, putting your guys in position to make the plays is what they're going to be looking at. So, as long as he get a chance to play, he's going to be able to shine.
Well, again, one of the things that's going to benefit him that you articulate there, Chico, and I know my man Deuce the Scoop agrees, because he's 4th in the room and he was drafted last. Preseason is for him. So he's going to get some reps in preseason. But one thing I do want to point out to folks who may not know how this thing has to work in practice, you look here at Colorado, looking down there on the lower fields, everybody knows this QB1 battles between Juju and Salter. Like, that's a given. And you got Staub right there, whether you count him as 2 or 3 in that mix. Well, you still got, Ponder and Colton down there too. And guess what happens in practice? All 5 of them throw the ball.
Yeah.
Because you have to be able to practice. And if we had a 6-foot, he'd throw the ball too, because you got to be able to practice. So when people look up and see, like, man, why Cleveland bringing in a guy? Well, because 2 of the guys you drafted, for whatever reason, whether it's a day or a week, can't practice, you have to practice. So you got to sign somebody. And it's the reverse effect on the outside. When you look what happened with, again, the Saints in the days and weeks after the draft, how their QB need just increased. And you got a guy sitting right there now. All you got to do is pick up the phone.
That you can make and the way it's looking like, they should be able to offer some, and the Browns look like they want to take some, the way they're treating the situation. But we'll see. Hey, what you think, Duke?
I'm telling you, man. I just feel like I is sometimes, I'm a big conspiracy theorist on this one. I know that it's setting up for Shedeur to ball. It's like, even like, okay, he's 4th string. All right, cool. But he's clearly been the most accurate passer in the situations that he's been given. All right, and the most efficient. He's done the most with his reps. So if he's 4th string and he goes in and he's walking down the depth chart, game 1, you got to think we're only 25% done, 25%. So if you take a guy who's at the bottom, you can't be first this fast. Even though he should have been first in the first place, the timing has to happen. So he's going to get an opportunity to walk each game down, because he's going to play all 3 games. And what better way for him to get the value that's attached to him and the opportunity that's attached to him than him to put it on film where everybody can see it. You can't hide it in the preseason game.
That's what it is.
And one thing I want to say to that, Dukes, because you are spot on, in my opinion, it only increases what Cleveland is going to be able to get for him. Because here's what we got to understand. Just the other day, the owner still has the body language and words that I didn't want him.
Right.
And he hadn't said anything to say that his mind has changed.
Mm-hmm.
He see these stats, he see these performances, and he's still saying, yeah, man, had it been on me, he wouldn't be here. Dukes did that. And so only thing that's going to happen as he performs in these preseason games, continues to perform in practice, costs going up, and then Cleveland got to make a decision. Hey, do we want to, get a true business exit out of this and double down on our 40 years of bad QB decisions? Or do we go ahead and keep him and elevate him to 2 behind Flacco and let him start after Flacco after the bye week?
Yeah. And who knows how long Flacco is going to be lasting anyway. Hopefully he goes, he's healthy. But at the end of the day, he's past his prime. And I don't think he want to get hit that many times.
I'm not even mad if Shedeur not starting game 1.
No,
not
at all.
Glad. I'm not even mad if he gets to wait his time, learn the game, and then become the guy.
Absolutely.
Mike Penix didn't start. He was the Falcons' first round pick. He didn't start day 1.
Dukes, I'm only mad if we get to week 1 and he's still at 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad if he's not playing yet, because he shouldn't. When you look at the business side of it and investment of it, he shouldn't surpass Flacco, and Flacco is healthy. That's your guy. But you can't tell me he ain't supposed to surpass one of these other 2 guys that you drafted in front of him.
For sure.
One of them, he got to go over one of them.
And if Flacco, as long as Flacco is healthy, he'll be my starter if I'm the coaching staff. And you want to develop Shedeur, but you also want to improve what's around him before you just throw him out there at the same time. So,
no argument there.
There you go. Well,
Dukes, I will say this to you and Chico, to the chat out there. Practice down the hill is going to get ready to wrap up soon, and we'll get the D-line coaches up here. But yesterday, you remember we had the running backs. You had Marshall Faulk and 3 of his running backs on. Announced just before we went live today, 2 of those backs are preseason favorites, if you want to call it, for the Doak Campbell Award. So Micah and Dallin Hayden are on the watch list for the Doak Walker Award watch list. So I think the world is recognizing that those are not only two quality backs, but that we're going to run the ball this year in the absence of Shedeur and Travis.
Mm-hmm. Can't make that
Absolutely.
list without that.
Yeah, I mean, and to have two running backs, right? Not just one. I think two is where it really kind of like makes a difference, and you know that Colorado is going to make a concerted effort to run the football, and to have two guys who are capable or at least worthy of that consideration to be on that watch list, because there are guys who didn't make the watch list who are going to perform well this year. So I think that Colorado getting that respect is something that you probably wouldn't have saw last year.
One thing, these preseason lists, Chico, and I want to hear your standpoint on it as a former player tight end. It's supposed to put a chip on your shoulder either way. If you make the list, then you need to be damn working to validate it. And if you don't make the list, you got a chip on your shoulder to prove them wrong.
Absolutely. You got people watching you, whether it's the first time or the last time, and it could be because of this list, you know. And if you feel like you should have been on there, then hey man, go out there and prove it. It's just like a Madden rating. People get mad at the Madden rating, and then hey man, go out there and play better, then your rating can go up. And that's the good thing about nowadays; they can improve as you go. So with these preseason lists, at the end of the day, you really, is a motivating factor. But at the end of the day, you gotta still gotta go out there and ball, whether you own it or not. So shout out to Micah and Dallin. It shows that effort is going to be there. At least they're expecting the effort to be there to run the ball this year for the Buffaloes.
There was a third guy at that press conference. We like to call him Trackhawks. Arguably, and ain't really no argument, the fastest guy on the team. I put a chip on his shoulder now.
Well, time out with that. Why didn't Cam Michael jump up there instead of Trackhawk? Now I know coaches like to do offense versus defense, but did they just already concede to Trackhawk that he's the fastest over Cam Michael?
I think it was not so much as a concession as let's see. We know the speed we got in Cam. We know what he can do. Let's give the new guy, who's not a new guy to college football, he's a new guy here. Let's put him out there.
Okay.
And y'all heard, I asked him at the press conference, I said, you don't back down from any race. Are you prepared to declare yourself the fastest on the team? He said, of course, with no expounder to it. Like, I'm that dude.
Yeah, you definitely look it.
Coach called him Short Dog.
I heard him say that the other day.
One thing about it now, you fall up in this mofo, you go lead with a nickname.
That's a good thing,
I can hear it. Yeah, shout like Too Short.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call it shout.
Matter of fact, Short Dog has been so impressive to Coach Prime 1 week into this camp that, he was originally slated when we put out the press announcement, Marshall Falk, Micah and Dallin, and Coach Prime is who added Trackhawk to that list. So, no, he need to go too.
Man, listen, when you and that's the answer to my question yesterday. I don't know if you guys remember, I asked Uncle Neely, I was like, does it have any, who goes to the presser? Does it have any, is there any bearing placed upon what they're doing on the field if they get that access to the media? There's my answer right there. And you answered it yesterday, but there's a live action. There's an actual, the utility of the action of what I'm asking was just shown in that portion.
Oh, yeah, because look, I tell you, when I answered you yesterday, I was putting together the total recipe of how these guys are selected. Since that time, it was yesterday at lunch, I was sitting there with Coach, and I was letting him know how well the guys did at the pressers and, a couple of notes we need to work on. And when I told him how well Trackhawk had done, he said, "You mean Short Dog?" I was like, "Yeah, Short Dog." He said, "Yeah, man." He said, "Man, when I looked at the list, I added him." I said, he got to go up there."
Hey man, how you give a nickname? The man named Trackhawk. Now that's Short Dog.
Yeah, hey man, and guess what it's gonna be? It's gonna be Short Dog. It ain't gonna be. He got Trackhawk on his jersey, but it's gonna be Short Dog in the locker room.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't care what you call yourself and what the head coach call you.
Hey Chico, hey, run back in the super chat, Chico.
Oh, yeah, we got a couple of super chats. You want to read off right there?
I had to do like Chico, and I'm outside to see him.
Yeah, it's tough. Hold on.
I do like Denzel.
Taylor made with the 1999 super chat.
Appreciate that.
Even if things were meant for Shedeur's harm, I am confident that God is going to turn it around for his good with the praying hands.
Absolutely.
Amen. Amen.
Absolutely.
I'm in 1,000% agreement for sure. And that's the part about it that, you know, when I come on the morning run, I usually want to keep it sports. But there's another component to this that I think that, you know, I try not to take my opinions and make them to be fact but this is what I believe. That this is all a part of a greater plan. But I get into that, you know, off the morning run. You know, I don't want to, you know, Uncle Neely called me baby TD Jake, so I ain't
shit. But no. I used to call you baby TDJ. Then I started calling you Papa TDJs. You young man TDJ. You growing.
Martin Luther. Hey.
You is growing.
When he
Deuce doing that work. But I will tell you this, man.
Martin Luther Dukes.
You know, just like we talked about on here with Martin Luther Dukes and his phrase breaks. When they asked Jesus, they said, "What did this man's parents do for him to be born blind?" He said, "Man, ain't nobody seeing to make him that way.
Right.
We made this happen so y'all could see me. Watch what I'm gonna do for the blind man."
Right.
And so Shedeur ain't done nothing for all this to happen to him.
Right. Hey, Martin Luther Dukes is insane, bro.
No, that's you though. I really wish we could get into it and let the chat know about Reverend M.L. Dukes. But
hey man, watch out, man.
Reverend.
Oh, okay.
Put a good doctor in the chat one time. Put a good doctor in the chat for a while.
Hey man, C Maven AI with a $10 super chat. What up, C Maven AI? That's my man. He said, "Remember Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick, now franchise quarterback. Draft number does not define destiny." Okay, now
speak on it.
Shedeur Sanders is next. Calm in chaos, lethal in motion. Watch him burn the blueprint. Hey, boy, if I'm the preacher, they go to deacon.
Yep.
Yeah.
I told Shedeur this draft party. I said, watch how you get this tenfold on your second contract. What they're denying you on your first contract, they're gonna have to back the bank up, back the truck up to the bank.
He ain't lying.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Hey man, we gonna have. Hey, Unc, always are you're always advising and showing the guys how to handle the media, things of that nature.
Yes, sir.
We saw on your channel, Reach the People and Well Off, a visit from Wallow and Gilly, of course, on campus as usual. And Wallow had a message for the guys about their names on the back of the jersey, and talked about how that is presenting yourself a certain way. You're a football player.
Don't take it that literal. He wasn't talking about having the names on the back of the jerseys. He was talking about some of the people's specific names.
Yes. Social media.
Like Coach Prime allows you to do this. Don't have I'm that super YN on there. Like, so it wasn't about the ats itself. It was like, hey man, some of y'all don't have the more professional name. You need to address that because you're a professional.
Exactly.
You know, you don't go to a job interview and they say, "Hey, what's your email so we can contact you?" And you like booty scratcher 69 and AOL. Like, dog. That's the email for you and your friends. Like, get you a real email address. Get you a more legit @ is what he was expressing to them.
Exactly, and that makes a lot of sense. Whether your name is, you know, like you said, booty scratcher 99, like your old email, or whatever it is, you know.
It's 69. You said 99.
So my bad.
You added 30 to it because you like doing too much.
hey, that's
you ain't know how to just stop at 69. You're like, oh baby, look going 99.
That's a lie.
That's how your ass end up sick right there. Chico, I tried to tell Chico. Dude, let me talk to Deuce for a second. Deuce, I tried to tell Chico that I am a counter puncher. I don't throw punches. I throw after you throw. If you keep your hands down, I'm not finna hit you. But if you swing at me and miss, I'm coming pause for that ass. And he continues to swing, man. Stop swinging. I won't have to knock your ass out. All right,
Chico.
practice is ended. The players are starting to come up. I will let y'all know when I see the 3D line coaches, and then we'll switch out cameras and get ready for the press to start. T2 out here working hard. He ain't doing a damn thing.
T2 Terrence out there.
Yeah, he going in with the video team.
Terrence.
What it do?
Oh, man.
So yeah, man. Again, if y'all are just joining us, this is the morning run.
It is.
5 days a week now. And today will be the defensive line coaches coming on live for the presses. Tent is right behind me there. Media already assembled. So we'll take those 3 press conferences live, and then we will come back after them and give some analysis and breakdowns on what those coaches had to say.
Coach, how's it been watching those 3 work together? You know, we saw it.
Oh, it's been
previously.
phenomenal, man. It's been phenomenal. Model wanted to wave at y'all.
Hola, Vato.
Yeah.
I think the specialist press conference is on the 11th, so on Monday. So those prime rolling. He needed that. Truck fix. No, it's been phenomenal watching them work together. Of course, they do some joint drills together with the entire defensive front, and then Helow may take his guys, and Sapp may take some interior guys. So it works out well. And their language, Helow is coming up the hill now, but I don't know if he realized the 10 over here. He's going that way.
Helow said, "Man, I'm going to get some water."
Oh no, the media guy with him. They coming. All right, so let me get ready for that. Here we go.
All right, bet that we're gonna let Unc go out, get ready for that one, set up for the defensive line.
Hey Chico, you know what city that is behind you?
That's Honolulu.
That's hard.
I thought you tried to get me.
No, I'm dead serious.
Yeah, that's Honolulu. That's Hawaii right there. That's looking out. Just had to take a shot of.
No, that's crazy.
The window.
That's a pretty city for sure.
I don't know whether I should say appreciate it or I just agree with you. Right, you're right. You're right.
Nah, I don't think I don't pay no attention. What Chico?
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, the defensive line, dog. I can't wait for these guys. You got coach coming up right now.
Morning.
You missing out?
Ladies too. Probably cussing out under that.
Scott, you want to start us?
I'm about to say I ain't got a statement. So somebody
Yeah, I got you. Hey, Coach Sapp, you talked about in the spring about the tall feet. Like he drove you a little crazy. Like you had to come over to his side a little bit. How have you kind of seen him like develop a little bit throughout the spring, throughout fall camp? What do you expect from him this fall?
all of them are working good. All of them are working good, and we don't have a depth chart right now. We got a rep chart. So enjoy your reps, enjoy the work you did, and we'll see what we have when time Georgia Tech get ready to get off that line.
Appreciate you.
Coach, how was your coaching style developed and evolved over the last year?
Oh, it's still brash in your face and blunt. But I can't cookie cut them, so I tell them more jokes and see if I can get them to laugh at when I'm going at them. Just make it a little more fun for them, and just make it relative to a lifetime situation, because we're not just teaching football, we're teaching life. So I want to be well-rounded young men when they leave here, and they will be. I promise you that.
Coach, what's it like having a fellow Hall of Famer like Marshall Faulk with you, and how hard was it to tackle back in the day?
You know what? Me and him been running since we were playing against each other, but we started running during game day morning at 5 a.m, going at each other. So that's my man. That's my man. Doesn't get any smarter, doesn't get any tougher, and he's like me. He no nonsense about this game. Let's play the game we're supposed to be playing. Let's do right, and 60 minutes of football. Let's see what we had at the end of it. Let's have some fun. It's just what it is.
Coach, your title may say pass rush coordinator, but you do more than that. Like, for instance, you're the guy out there policing the stretch lines to make sure everybody is in line. Why are the details so important to you?
Because my boss makes it important. Dion makes it important, and he has so much other things on his plate. I figured I'd handle the little things. I got no phones on the 34th floor. That's me. The lines are straight. We don't ask much. You really don't ask much of them, except let's go to work. And that's what we're going to do. And that's what I'm going to implement is his rules. Because, you show me a rule, I'm going to get right up against it. so I'm going to clearly define what he had. You get right up against it, just don't cross it. That's our rule. Just don't cross it.
You got some newcomers in that room this year. Can you just kind of take us through what you're seeing from some of these new faces?
You know what? I really didn't know what I had in the room until Prime said, "Who's a senior?" And they all raised their hand. I said, "My God, I got to start recruiting." So, and when it's a senior-led group, I'm gonna put it on y'all. I'm not gonna demand a lot of myself yelling and screaming at y'all. Y'all gonna finish yourself. You're gonna make sure they're on time. You're gonna make sure they're in the meeting, treatment, and all the stuff they have to do. When you're a pack of wild dogs, the pack take care of itself. The lone wolf dies. And that's what I try to teach them every day. We are a pack. We are together. We live together. We drink together. We sleep together. We eat together. We win and lose together. That's the way we're gonna be. Police yourself, please, because once it gets to me, it's gonna be a little while.
Hey, Coach, we've heard of. How are you good?
Oh yeah, I was just to say when you look on Well Off, Anquin Barnes looks like a different person. Have you noticed that in him, and how's he looking for?
I told us that, but when I get back here, he's over 315. He won't play for me. He's 305. He's ready to go. He's ready to go. He got the message. I told him you can't play for me that way. I mean, let's get more days of sunshine here in Florida. Yeah, and it's on you a lot more intense. So let's go. If you can be in great shape in 54:30, nobody from ground level coming to us. No, we up there. We up there, nice and high. We go right. Let's go.
We want to ask about the two incoming freshmen in the room. I know London Barrett had a nice play last week. Just what do you see from them?
You know what? All my freshmen, I put personal touch on him, McPherson, and Hudson. And I'm expecting big things from them. Just not now. We just gonna make sure the foundation is set so we can build a nice match. They're good players. They're good players, and you'll see. You'll see. We're gonna make some up. We're gonna blow that scoreboard up and put some people in this game. I promise you.
Neely, go ahead. Coach Prime is really taking pride in the staff that he's built here, and he's challenged you guys when you're with your units to look for yourself in your room. Have you seen a glimpse of a Sapp?
No, I'm not even looking for that guy. That guy doesn't exist anymore. The good Lord broke the mold when he made him. So I buried the QB killer in 08. No, he's not. That's why I told you I can't cookie color. I got to allow them to be who they are and see if I can mold just a little bit. That's all I'm here to do. Just mold a little bit because they're good players. They're good people. We just want to excel in what we're asking them to do.
Coach, you mentioned when you first started here that when you first were being around the program and you were getting treatment and the guys were asking you, picking your brain a little bit, that's when you first got the itch about coaching. Now going into year 2 here, how much is your appreciation for all that goes into this grown throughout your time here?
I never thought I'd want this job ever in my life. I'm a dick. I can't wait to ride over the table and make sure see that panoramic view of the school at the bottom. I'm rolling to this place, man. I got my top pop. I'm floating in the middle of summer. There ain't no better time for me right now. I got my babies all around me. They ready to work. We ready to get to a season, and I know whole Colorado ready for us. So we're gonna get right.
Coach, last year you coached alongside Coach Neely. You know, you guys are both pretty intense guys. Coach Peko kind of more laid back. Just what's that dynamic like between you two?
Good cop, bad cop. Good cop, bad cop. I mean, and I poke him all the time. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. He's like, I know. You know, he's got this. He's small. You know, he's just a big, lovable guy. But we go at it. We go at it, and we make sure we are detailed in what we're doing. Because it's the little thing. It's not the mountain in front of you. You'll find a way around the mountain. It's the rock in your shoe that'll drive you crazy because every other step, that rock is affecting you. And that's what we're trying to teach them. It's the little things that will make us great. It's the tedious repetition of the little things. That's what I believe in. Over and over and over again. That's what we do.
Two more, Nick. Go ahead.
Hi, Coach. How have the matchups been against the offensive line? Who do you feel like has been winning those battles?
We don't talk about cattle. No, it's been a real battle. I mean, because we got 2 solid guards right now. I don't know their names. I'm bad. 71 and 72. And now, all of a sudden, my D-line going to switch up. I got Barnes out of the 3 technique and my 3 at the nose. I'm like, wait a minute. What, we building new rockets? It ain't a wheel no more? I mean, come on, it's still a wheel. Put armor all on and shine it up, but get in your position. Let's not recreate it. I mean, they get a little crazy. They got Google. Google gives them Wikipedia and all kind of shit and check GPT. You go to Google, ask a question, come to Warren and get some answers.
Last one, John. Go ahead.
It's unusual for a coach to be invited to Canton and go there for a week and then come back and coach. Do the kids ask about that? Do they interact and tap into what that experience is like?
Oh no, I bring them back messages from the great ones, so no doubt about it. I film personal messages from John Randall, Lawrence Taylor, Ricky Jackson, and the Super Bowl MVP from Chicago Bears, Kent. And I just soak it up from them and I bring it back to the babies because just hearing it from me, they hear me all the time. You know what I'm saying? They hear me all the time. But when John Randall's on there wilding, and I can see their eyes pop up, I got a whole new message. And I invite some of my Hall of Fame friends out here too. So trust me, we gonna get them right. I promise you we're gonna get them right. You can't be this source of information and not give it to them. I'm gonna give them everything I got.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Hey, well, yeah, it's not normal, but when you first battled it is.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
for making sure. Helow is coming up next.
How's it going, man?
Good, good.
Good.
Brian, you want to start us?
Hey, Coach.
Hey, Brian. How you doing?
Yeah, good. And you?
Good.
How's your first camp in this new position going?
Yeah, it's been great. You know, we've had 7 practices. The guys are making a lot of progress. It's just all about development right now, getting lined up in the right position, playing hard, running to the football. You know, I've really enjoyed the experiences of working so far with Domata Peko and Warren Sapp. You know, I've said it before, those guys have a combined 28 years of experience, right, of playing in the NFL. You know, Peko's in the Polynesian Hall of Fame. You know, obviously Sapp's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Those guys bring the juice and they bring the energy, and they're a pleasure to work with.
Adam, go ahead.
Quincy Wiggins is somebody that Coach Prime mentioned of being impressed with him during spring ball. What have you continued to see out of his?
Yeah, well, first off, his attitude and effort has been tremendous every day, and he's doing a really good job. He's got the size, speed, high weight, athletic ability. You know, kind of checks all those boxes. We've got a good rotation going right now. He's gotten some reps with the ones. I love where he's headed right now. Just need to continue to work on the fundamentals and, you know, assignment sound, knowing where to be, when to be there, knowing what the call is. But I'm very, very proud of Quincy. He's had a great camp so far, and he's going to continue to get better and better.
Hey, you have something like 160 years combined experience of NFL experience on this staff, thanks to that staff. I guess how much did that come into play when Coach Prime was going through what he went through, and you guys just had to manage the store without him?
Yeah, no, it was great. I mean, it's you know, it's team, so it's everybody being on the same page. I mean, obviously, Coach Prime's put a tremendous staff together. There's a lot of wisdom. There's a lot of knowledge. Guys know what they're doing. But I think the coolest thing about our staff is it's always like a collaboration of guys working together. You could say with all this combined experience, you know, 160 years of NFL experience. Wow, I mean, that's crazy, right? But like, there's no egos with these guys. Everybody's, you know, putting one foot in front of the other, and we're doing the thing together. And everybody's just been really good to work with.
Neely, go ahead.
Coach Prime clearly believes in his staff, and he's called you up to speak to the team before, but he's prefaced that with, you're going to be a head coach one day. What does that mean to you to hear a guy like Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, say that about you professionally?
Yeah, no, thanks. I mean, it's obviously a great honor that he would speak that way of me. I have career aspirations of being a head coach, being able to lead, teach, and guide young men to get them where they're trying to go on the field and off the field. And that's a great goal of mine. Right now, I'm going to be where my feet are, be here, be in the moment, try to get this team as good as possible. And, you know, it's interesting in life when I try to figure out my plan and I focus on what George Helow wants and not on what God wants. You know, things never work out the way you want them to work out. So when the time's right, and God blesses me with that opportunity, I'm going to take full advantage of that. You know, and then you want to take the right one, right? I think we have great support here at the University of Colorado. It starts with our athletic director, Rick George. But when you take that head job, it's got to be the right one. Right place, right time. You want to have the right president of the school, the right athletic director. You want to have a good board of trustees, right? You want to have the financial funds to be able to get the right recruits in there. Geographically, it's got to be in a good place that makes sense. But I love where I'm at right now, Neely. And Unc, you know that. And it's just a privilege. It's a blessing, and it's an honor to be at the University of Colorado. He's such a good leader, and I've learned so many things from him. And then for some of the other coaches that I've been around, it's kind of, you know, you take a mixture in every recipe of the being with Nick Saban twice and being with Jim Harbaugh or being with Kirby Smart and Jimbo Fisher. The list goes on, but you take like everything that you've learned from all of these coaches and you just put together, you know, your plan and your bucket. And when the time's ready, I'll be ready.
Leo, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, when you look at the fact that this is a player-led team, who do you think are the players who are really standing out to you in leadership?
Yeah, leader Arden Walker's the first one that comes to mind. I'm really, really happy with his progress. You know, we have a D-line group text message thread, and he'll always send stuff, you know, the day before practice, let's be ready to go today. And the guys instantly respond to him. But the thing about Arden is he leads by doing. So that's to me the best form of leadership. His example and how he practices, the pad level he plays with, his effort and energy to the ball, the way he's been communicating, the sets, the way he's been, getting everybody in the huddle, and how we're running on and off the field has been really good stuff with Arden. So I expect him to continue to lead. And the thing about us, we talk about it all the time. It doesn't matter if you're a senior, a junior, a freshman, a newcomer coming in with a transfer portal, because we know the landscape of college football right now. But you learn by doing the right thing over and over and over again. And Arden's done that. And I'm really, really happy with his progress and where he's headed.
Brian, go ahead. Coach, I want to ask you, speaking of Arden, and you mentioned the portal. In this era, there's so much change in rosters, obviously, but that front group, I think between the line and the edge, there's 11 guys that were on this team last year. How big of a deal is that you have so many guys that know this culture, they've been here for a year?
Yeah, no, it definitely helps. Some of the stuff, we'll make changes as we go, because Rob Livingston, he really does a tremendous job of making our scheme what it needs to be based off the players that we have. And I think that's what great coaches do. And Rob's a really good coach. So those guys have familiarity with kind of what we do and how we do it, just in terms of what we do on defense. So I think that's always good. That always helps out. But, it is what it is.
Three more, Jack.
Hey, Coach. Also, with the transfer portal, just what are you seeing from some of your incoming transfers, like Gabriel, Jaheim? What are you guys seeing?
Yeah, guys are getting, it's new, right? Like, I think one of the things about it is they're getting comfortable. We're getting comfortable with them. We're banking on their buy-in and being the people that we know that when we saw them in the portal that they can be. And then, on the flip side of that, what's hard about the portal was the teams, the opponents that we're about to play. Like, we don't know what they have, because like 35% of some of these rosters have up to 50 new players on their team. So you can go through the tape and you can watch, the previous team that they were on, but what type of scheme are they going to be in now? And how is that new team going to utilize them? So, but as far as your question, and the newcomers that we got, it's the first thing. It starts with total buy-in. We're not going to ask them to do anything that they can't do, but from an attitude and effort perspective, we've got to have it every day, and they've got to be bought in.
Jake, go ahead.
Coach, I want to ask you about Keaton Wade, who obviously battled some injuries last year, and maybe like in a limited role. Just have you seen his role expand so far in the early days of camp in this offseason?
Yeah, Keaton's doing a really good job. My talks with Keaton have been about being a 3-down player. We used him, halfway through the season last year, and it was mainly on 3rd down. And what we asked him to do, he did a really good job of. He went in, made some plays. The Arizona game speaks out to me. He had a couple sacks. But, being a 3-down player, right? Being able to play the run and pass and being able to set edges and doing that on early downs is important. But not only for Keaton, we want that to be the whole group, all right? Because, we're trying to push these players to be the best versions of themselves. But for the guys that get an opportunity on the team, they've got to be able to play 1st and 2nd down. All right. And you see all the guys, I show them clips of Aiden Hutchinson when I was back at Michigan, and a lot of them are him not rushing the passer. It's a lot of him setting edges, the violence that he played with in the run game and knocking guys back. And then you see these $40 million guys that are signing these deals, the Myles Garretts of the world, the Bosa brothers. And then, you see the guy from Vegas. Those guys play the run, man, and they're very active and disruptive on 1st and 2nd down. So us collectively, as a group of edge guys, we want to be able to set the tone on 1st and 2nd down and earn the right to rush the passer on 3rd.
Nick, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Curious, how do you measure progress during fall camp? Are there any milestones that you look for during this time of year?
Yeah, it's just always being on the rise. Fall camp's a grind, and it's about sacrifice and teamwork, and it's about commitment, and it's about getting better every day. And, our point of emphasis with the players is they got to do a good job of taking care of each other on the offensive defensive side of the ball and taking care of their bodies, getting in the hot tubs, the cold tubs. We have great facilities around here at the University of Colorado, so they have opportunities to, get anything and everything that they need. And then just to push one another, taking one step at a time. A big thing that we've been focusing on is when we make a mistake on the field, it's going to happen. Go to the next play, have a quick memory. You've got to have that. In football. And then the great part of fall camp is getting all this meeting time. We're getting these guys after practice. We're getting them in meetings, through the day we have walkthroughs, and we're treating those walkthroughs just in terms of getting our steps and hand strike and all that, as if we were getting a rep first game of the season versus Georgia Tech. So I think we just got to always be on the rise, be very attention to detail in what we're doing and how we're doing it, and just doing the things we need to do.
Last one, Neely. Go ahead.
Coach, when you're in your drills or position meeting rooms, you stress two things. One is technique, be sound technical guy, but you also stress violence.
Yeah.
What's the balance between those two things that are just seemingly opposite?
Yeah, well, I think we talk about it in the edge room. You've got to know what you're doing, what to do, how to do it, and why it's important to do it that way. So if I know when I'm in a 6 technique, I got to strike the tight end, I got to get vertical. I got to know where the back is. Is he to me? Is he away from me? When I'm in a 9 technique, okay, what's my responsibility? If we have a pressure, am I to the side of the pressure? Am I away from the pressure? Am I a hammer play? It's all technique and fundamentals and mentally knowing where I have to be and where I have to fit within the scheme. All right. But then when it comes down to it in the ball snap, I've got to be elbows in, knuckles out, thumbs up, setting edges with violence. All right. And then we want to be really good that when we get knocked back, all right, and our pad level is good, just how we disengage and how we find the football. All right. And that is big for us. That's big for the guys. They know that. Again, with Peko and Sapp, those guys were very violent players for the time that they played in the NFL. So that's just who we are and who we want to be as a group. And that's stuff that we're going to preach every day. All right. But it starts with our leader. And I talk about this all the time, Coach Prime. It's no good if one guy's doing it. So we're preaching on defense, and Robert Livingston's done a heck of a job of saying every play, man, we've got to have 11 guys chasing the football and playing together as a unit.
Thanks, Coach. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Big Oos up next. The Oos.
Hey, what's up, Nick? Hey, guys.
What's up, Coach?
Welcome to camp.
Brian, you want to start?
Hey, Coach. Sapp is just in here saying that it's good cop, bad cop with you. So I assume he's talking about you being the good cop. How do you feel about
I thought that was the bad cop. Yeah, man. It's I don't know. It's just we have a good energy in our room. You know what I mean? With Helow, with Sapp as well, and it's good, man, because you try to get the best out of the guys. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to push them. Sapp's trying to push them, and I feel like getting it from all of us, man, it's gonna be good for us. But yeah, definitely, because I'm more of a guy that's kind of do your job. You know what I mean? And kind of more of a loving type of coach, where a player's type of guy. You know what I mean? Since I kind of sat in those shoes before, same as Sapp, but Sapp's more of a guy that's kind of more of a, like you said, try to get on them and more of a yeller at them and stuff like that. But that's good. You need that type of stuff, because throughout my career I had coaches that were like that as well. So it's a good mix of in our room. So the guys are really responding to it. So that's the best thing about it, is that's what you want, man. You want your guys to respond and for them to accept the coaching and put it out and show it on tape. So it's definitely a fun room. So I enjoy our time in the meetings.
Just a quick follow-up to that. How well did you know him before you took this job, and how quickly did it take you to acclimate to him coaching-wise?
Man, I only just heard of Sapp before, just watching him as, as a younger dude, and growing up, watching Tampa Bay beat the Raiders in the Super Bowl, and Sapp out there balling, and him being known as one of the best 3 techniques is something that I feel like the whole world knows, And then I played with a guy, his name was Geno Atkins, and they were always comparing Geno Atkins to Sapp, So kind of played with a guy that was kind of like Sapp throughout my whole career. So that's all I kind of knew about Sapp. But personally knowing him was just when I signed here and got here. So definitely love the dude, man, and I love his energy he brings to the table, and definitely helps us get better.
Liam, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, obviously stopping the run is one of the most important parts about football. What have you seen early in this camp from your big guys up front?
Yeah, man, I feel like the big guys are doing their job, for the most part. In camp, man, it's going to be a tough grind. But for the first week, man, I feel like we've been doing a good job building a run wall, and all of us playing with good pad level. Really excited about our run defense this year, man. It's something I feel like that's one of my strengths as a coach is run defense and techniques and stuff. And the guys are starting to catch on. They're starting to see the blocks faster, man. And really excited for that first week under our belt. We've been doing good at stopping the run. We just got to keep on stacking, keep on getting better, because in order to rush the passer, man, you got to earn the right to do it, and that's by stopping the run first.
Neely, go ahead.
Coach, having been here this spring, and now we're going to the second week of August fall camp, which of your guys have you seen make some big jumps in that time period?
Yeah, man, since I got here, I've got to give a big shout out to Big Barnes, number 92, man. He was, when I first got here, he was like 340, 345. And when he checked into camp, he came in at 308, 310. You know what I mean? So he lost a lot of weight, man, because I felt like he was a little bit sluggish last year and couldn't really run sideline to sideline like we like our D-line to do. He's come in here, man. He's opened up a lot of eyes, man. He's been running to the ball. He's been doing everything we ask. And watch out for Barnes this year, man. He's gonna put on a show for you guys.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Hi, Coach. I know you and Coach Livingston have a connection to the Cincinnati Bengals. Through your time here at Colorado, what has it been like working with him and kind of going back to the old days and collaborating with him on this defense?
Oh, I love working with Coach, man. Big shout out to him. He's one of the reasons I'm here today. You know what I mean? So big shout out to Coach Livingston. I love the type of coach he is, man. He with him, man, he likes to get all our guys playing fast. You know what I mean? So I feel like less is more for us on defense. You know what I mean? When you try to stop every single play, man, you ain't gonna stop much. But if you just focus on yourself, focus on our defense, that's what Rob does, man. He kind of breaks it down really easy for the installs here, and the guys are responding. But Rob's a great players coach, man. He looks out for the guys. He has our backs, and if you ask anybody on this team, they'll run through a brick wall for Rob. So big shout out to him.
John, go ahead.
When the head coach is gone for a summer or for some extended playing time, the dynamics of leadership change dramatically. How did you guys get through that? How did you lead the team in his absence?
Oh, man, it's all about together, man. It's all about we. That's one thing that Coach Prime always talks about. It's not about I or me. It's about we, and it's about us, and it's about teams. So during that time that Coach was going through battling and battling cancer, you know what I mean? Our staff man did a good job, and it starts with the coordinators first. They did a good job of keeping everyone together, and that's how we did it, man. We just stuck together, and we know what type of guy Coach is, and all of us have his back no matter what, and that's what it's about in this game, man. It's who can be the best together. You know what I mean? So that's what we did as a staff. We just kept in there. We all did our job and made sure we held down our little areas on the D line. The linebacker coach carried theirs, and together collectively we did a good job of keeping our team tight.
Back on.
Kind of piggyback off that question, I think you would have something like 160 combined years of NFL experience on the staff, but you guys were able to check your egos at the door and kind of collaborate in the room. How's that collaboration been, and how does that make you guys better?
Oh man, it's a blessing, man. When you have a whole bunch of guys that's been there and done that, you know what I mean, and playing the league, it's definitely a blessing for us, man. We have like you said, everyone kind of checks their egos at the door, and we all just try to collaborate together to give the guys the best experience and help them on their journeys, man. That's what coaching is about for me. Is trying to help these young guys out, especially our D-line room, to live their goals out, you know what I mean, and live their dreams, and they've been doing a good job responding. But Coach did a hell of a job putting this staff together, and everyone's been working and working together, and I think we're going to have a very special group this year.
Two more, Matt. Go ahead.
Amari is one of the guys that's been here the longest and has flashed some real game-changing potential. What does he need to do to take it from the flashing of potential to being that guy on a game-to-game basis this year?
Yeah, dude. Amari's been having a good camp so far. You know what I mean? Really excited for him. But the thing, I think the way to take the next step, man, in D-line play is being consistent. You know what I mean? There's guys that can flash and have a good play here and there. They're probably not going to play in the league. You know what I mean? Guys that are going to play in the league are guys that are doing it down in and down out, of being consistent in the run game and in the pass game. You know what I mean? So I think consistency is where you're going to see guys start to climb, and our group is starting to do that here on the practice field.
It seems like you have a lot of positional versatility, maybe a lot of guys that can move around. How fun is that to play with in camp?
Oh, that's a blessing, man. I feel like our D-line room is going to be like a wave of guys, man. We'll have our two starters to start the game, but after that, man, we're going to be rolling, brother. Because the O-line, they don't really roll, they don't really rotate, so I think we're going to have a good roll of guys that kind of wear down the O-line.
Last one, Brian. Go ahead.
Coach, I want to ask you about TC, who's got a lot of playing experience, but injured early last season. How is he developing as he's coming back from injury and looks like he's getting back into some team drills? Things like
yeah, that. Man, TC's been doing a hell of a job battling back from injury, man. He had his first live action yesterday, so it's really good to see him out there. He did some good stuff out there, but like you said, when you haven't played in several months, you got to shake off the rust. So he's still shaking off the rust, but excited to have him back, man. When you have a group of guys that are hungry and that want to get better, man, it makes your job a little bit easier. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for our group, and like I was telling them inside, man, I think our group we got to lead from the front, man. The best teams are led from the front, and I think our group is going to take the task, and we're going to run with it.
Thanks, Coach.
So God bless everybody. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. That's it today, y'all.
Oof. Excellent. Great meeting right there. Great presser from the D-line staff, Coach Helow, Coach Peko, and Coach Warren Sapp, of course, the Hall of Famer. Hey, man, the D-line is in great hands right there. We heard them mention some of the D linemen that's on board right now. Shout out to Sam Okunlola, Amari McNeil, and all the other big guys up front. Consistency. You want to be consistent. Is what Coach Helow said. They're going to be rotating. What Coach Peko said also. So that's what I'm excited about on that defensive line. From what you've been seeing and what you just heard, Uncle Neely, what are some things you might be excited about?
The very same thing. You know, I think rightly so. We put a lot of stock in starter, DT1 or what have you. But the way this line is constructed, its talent, its depth, that's going to be our strong suit, is to send waves at you. So I don't think you're gonna see an offensive line that's gonna face, the same core guys all game long. It's gonna change not only situationally, it's gonna change when it looks like there even shouldn't be a change just because you're gassed and we're not. And so we're gonna keep sending those new fresh guys at you because unlike before, this room has talent beyond the first group. There truly is depth here. It's built to stop the run. They're going to also get to the quarterback and disrupt things. So I think you heard it best from Coach himself that we're going to send everything at you. We're coming in waves.
There you go. Hey, we're at the top of the hour. We're not going to let Uncle Neely stand out there too long. You guys got the pressure. We're going to cut that down, break that up, chop it up, and put it on the Pregame Network. Also, subscribe to BiggDogg Chico. Shout out to Dukes. Subscribe to his channel. Also, Dukes the Scoop. Make sure you hit the website right here, uncandchico.myshopify.com. If you enjoy our content, you appreciate the exclusiveness and the way that you're getting this live and in effect right to you, whether you're with your phone in your hand, you watch it on TV, a device, whatever it is, we're bringing it to you live and uncut. Uncle Neely, BiggDogg Chico, we appreciate you guys joining us once again. Unless Uncle has something to say, we're going to be up and about this thing.
Yeah, just a reminder, we're here tomorrow, Wednesday. No pressers tomorrow, but Professor Chuck Bishop will be joining us to do some analysis. And then Thursday, we're back at practice. No practice on Wednesday. And Friday, we have the football media day. So a lot of interviews will be taking place live during that time. The morning run is now 5 days a week. And we got something coming at you every day this week that you can't find anywhere else. BiggDogg Chico, Arthur Neely, and Deuce and Scoops with the hat game.
Yes, indeed. Stay tuned for more. Like he said, hey, man, Friday going to be big. But tomorrow we got a great guest. So, hey, we can't wait to keep bringing you guys more and more. Y'all want us to keep coming? We're going to keep coming. Y'all know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe, comment, all the other good stuff. We're going to be up and about this thing. Peace in the Middle East. Yeah, you be issues.